Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Spears and Steinberg podcast. Right here with Spears.
How y'all feel out there?
Steinberg. What time is it? Game time.
Ladies and gentlemen, in the red corner from Phoenix, Arizona, weighing in at 485 pounds, mostly stomach and neck, Andy Steinberg. And in the blue corner, hailing from New York City, New York, weighing in at 785 pounds, mostly cock, Aries Spears. All right, let's get ready to Steve.
Did you say mostly cock or that you're a bigger dick?
All right.
Just so the people that go on YouTube and watch this, it's an unedited version on YouTube. I wore this Super Dave. It's going to be for 4 episodes now because I watched that Super Dave. There was a doc on Super Dave, and he was like someone that I loved when I was a kid. I didn't know.
I watched them too.
Did you? Yeah.
Yeah.
So I got my Super Dave. I have a hat with stars, and then I have my red Super Dave shirt in memory of Bob Einstein.
First one from our girl, Deidre Ann Johnson. Episode 333. The name of the Donna Summer song was Love to Love You, Baby.
Love to love you, baby.
Ooh, love to love you, baby. Donna Summers was hot.
Dude, and she's in that Thank God It's Friday movie. It's
Thank God It's Friday movie.
Thank God It's Friday. You never saw Thank God It's Friday?
No.
Oh, dude, you
Comedy?
Yeah, it's a comedy where it takes place at a disco, and Jeff Goldblum is the lead, like, sexy character in it.
I never saw that. God, I wish I could do Jeff Goldblum.
Dude, I can't believe you've never seen that movie.
No, never even heard of it.
But dude, that Love to Love You Baby scarred me because my dad, my stepdad, he bought that record, borrowed my record player, put it in my parents' bedroom, and then put it so that it would just keep repeating. So he bought, it was Love to Love You Baby, and it was like a 45-minute version of it, or 25-minute version of it, where it's just one record on LP, but it was one record.
Right.
And so the song just played over and over. My parents were in the room all day on a Sunday.
Fucking.
Love to love you, baby.
Yeah, well, fucking.
Yeah.
To love you.
Yeah.
Told you, man. That's better than listening to Louis Satchmo Armstrong.
I'm telling you, though,
all day.
It's once
I see stars of gray, red roses too. Pink, yellow eyes, I'll sing them to you. Then I thought to myself, what a wonderful world.
What if he sang Love to Love You, Baby?
I love to love you, baby. Like a virgin. Oh, touch for the very first time.
And dude, you could do a whole album just redoing all those songs. Just
By Louis Satchmo?
Yeah.
What was that one song? I think Biggie and was it R. Kelly? I'm fucking you tonight. Yeah, Louis Satchmo. Sing the hook, nigga. I'm fucking you tonight. I'ma shove my horn in your... All right. All right. CJ Donovan. Aries, you got to promise us this one thing. Long-time listener. I love the content, and I appreciate everything you both do. Do you guys have stand-up live Huntsville on the agenda this year? Before I ask you to keep this promise, I wanted to know if it was your voice that I recognized in the Fat Tuesday documentary coming out on Amazon Prime. Anyway, here is my question/ask. You have mentioned that you have bedded some porn stars in your day, and you frequently mention your steaming hot lust for Gemma to the point of saying that you would like to go rawer than raw and cut slits into your dick and then sleep with her. Did I ever say that?
No, but he's really taking this up a level.
Yeah, but that's creepy, nigga. I wouldn't want to slits in my dick. I don't like pain or gore. Why would I cut slits in my dick?
What if she requested that, but she's gonna fuck you?
Well, then that's the first time I gotta walk away.
You would walk away?
I would walk away. I'm not cutting my dick, nigga.
Two slits. They don't have to be deep.
A prick poke with a needle. I'm not drawing lines in my dick, nigga. I'll prick it.
A tattoo on it that says Gemma Forever.
Nah, son. Nah, yo. One prick with a needle on the head. Which, of course, I'll lose my heart on for 8 years. Cut slits in your dick and then sleep with her, LOL. If you ever get a chance to go to the bathroom, you know how we talked about on the Times Square Killer? There are signals that we got to look for to save women's lives. Dude, I know I would have never said cut slits in my dick. One, I hate pain. Two, blood makes me nauseous. I ain't never said no shit like that. That's his fantasy, nigga. This nigga, ladies, watch out for CJ Donovan. This nigga is dropping crumbs, nigga. That is a crumb.
He did put an LOL on it, though.
I don't give a fuck. Serial killers probably laugh. Look what I did to this motherfucker. If you ever do get a chance to go to the bedroom rodeo with Gemma, you got to throw the bat symbol in the air and let your loyal podcast listeners know that you threw the hot dog down the hallway. Well, how dare you, nigga? You just assume that my dick can't fill that fucking hallway?
Maybe he just assumed that she has a hallway.
Okay, I'm okay with that. But to assume that my dick is a hot dog down a hallway, nigga, I could fill up a Maxwell coffee can. Oh, P.S. The Cosby documentary is complete BS. They use thinly veiled methods to try and manipulate emotions. Also regarding the Bill Cosby doc, some of these Playboy bunnies were making $1,000 a week in the 60s, which is the equivalent of almost $9,500 a week in today's dollars. They knew what they signed up for. Okay, 3 crumbs, nigga. He's throwing 3 crumbs. Slits in the dick. Here's the second one. They used methods to try to manipulate emotions. So this nigga is on some Bill Cosby is innocent shit, which means he kind of, you know what I mean? And then the third one, most important, and he puts in caps, they knew what they signed up for. Yeah, yo. Whip, whip. Nigga, you need a visit from the popo, nigga. Something going on with you, CJ. You defending Cosby. You said in caps they knew what they signed up for, and you think a nigga put slits in his dick. Yeah, you dangerous, nigga. This nigga's, yeah, watch out. CJ Donovan, nigga.
Is that the end of it?
It's the end, but I'm saving this email. I'm saving this one.
Dude, I know that if I open up a big bag of chips, that I signed up to eat those chips. I know that I'm signing up for fat, cholesterol, but that doesn't mean someone's allowed to put their hand in my bag of chips and smear them and crush them into my face, trying to get me to eat them.
Now Gemma could do that to me. She'd take my food and smear it on my face, nigga.
You wouldn't get a tattoo? What about
not on my dick? Dude, I'm not doing nothing to my dick.
What about like on your thigh? It just says Gemma's area.
Yeah, I'd do that.
And then how do you explain it to everybody? How do you explain it?
I'd get a tattoo across my ass cheek that said Gemma's ass. But I ain't touching my dick, nigga. That's the weapon.
Gemma, could you just give him a call? Send him an Instagram message that just said, "Hey, Aries."
I wish I knew the dialogue to the T from Full Metal Jacket when they described the rifle. That's how I feel about my dick. This is my rifle. It's mine and only mine. I wish I knew it.
Yeah. I Obviously, we know I wouldn't remember it.
Right. Okay. Sammy Vilma. Popo all day. Afternoon, fellas. I wanted to ask your opinion on police training. Is it sufficient, and is it the I'm never off duty mentality to their detriment? I read an article saying that an off deputy was killed while on vacation. My thought is he should have been on vacation. Excuse me. He should have been on vacation rather than playing part-time cop. The thought popped in my head while me and my brother were talking about the article below. Thanks for what you guys do. Convo stay lit. Cross-state possession held for Hillsborough deputy shot to death on vacation. Okay, what do you think?
Well, I don't know what the article is, and I don't know. Apparently, I don't know what he was shot. I mean, I know that he was intervening. That's all I remember. I don't remember specifically. But let me do this. Start with training. Is it training? No, we have some of our training is not enough. We have untrained people out there with guns. Yeah, we need better training. I'm not against the police. I've never been. I'm against bad policing. And I think that there is a way that we can solve these problems. But I think training is definitely, we should be recruiting from people who were well-trained in the military and brought in. I said this before. I'll say it again. I know that this is a dangerous job. I know that you want to go home safe. But I know military men go out there and they have certain rules that they have to follow or they will go to jail. You have so many yards that someone's allowed to be away from you. If they surrender, even after, a lot of police talk about, you get that emotion, that rush, that people were trying to kill you. These guys in the military, if someone's trying to kill you and then they drop their weapon, they can't kill them. I'm not saying it doesn't happen. I'm saying if there's people there to review this and you go to jail. But I think those people would be better suited to be, they should be given priority to become police. There's different things that we could do. I would like to see that being done because I think policing is definitely necessary, but to what extent and how? The second part where I don't know what happened. Yeah, it's easy to say he should have stayed on vacation. He's on vacation. And I would even say if you're a doctor, a lot of times doctors don't want to intervene because they don't want to be put in a position where they're trying to help someone, but they don't know everything that's happened about that person. So a lot of times a doctor won't step up. But let's say that I don't know what the problem was in this particular instrument, but if you had a family member that their life was in jeopardy and this cop on vacation stood up to help your family member, you wouldn't want that?
Right.
I don't know. I think I understand what you're saying and that he put himself in that position, but it's a short-sighted position if you just want to say, well, he should have known better. But if he was actually there to help someone and that was in jeopardy, man, why are you mad at that person? Why don't more people, when they see something going wrong, want to help?
Right.
I don't know. I could be completely off on this one. I don't know the case.
Hey, I want to ask you something a little off topic for a second. Because as I was perusing through Instagram yesterday, excuse me, I ran across this clip. Remember the Charlie Sheen roast where Steve-O was on the panel and Amy Schumer was roasting him. And I think around that time, rather recently, Steve-O lost one of his best friends from the Jackass crew.
Yeah.
He died. And the roast joke that Amy Schumer said was, oh, Steve-O, I know that recently you lost your friend so-and-so, and you probably were thinking, oh, that could have been me. And all of us were thinking, why wasn't it? And they cut to his face, and you could see the pain and the hurt in his face. Like he almost wanted to cry. And Amy caught a lot of backlash for that joke. But it's a roast.
Yep.
And all bets are supposed to be off.
Yep.
You think she was wrong?
Nope.
All right.
It's a roast. It's comedy, but here's the problem with it. Although I don't think she was wrong. And, Steve-O has to decide, are you a comedian? Because Steve-O's a comedian now.
Right.
If you're a comedian, no. All that was...
Right.
It wasn't like it was a civilian that doesn't do comedy and they're just roasting him. When, what's his name? Charlie Sheen.
Yeah.
You could go in on Charlie Sheen because he's an actor and whatever,
right.
but he's not a comedian. So I
Right.
would say if it would have been someone like Charlie Sheen, I might have been, I don't know, because he isn't really a comedian.
Right.
But Steve-O is touring. He's set himself up as a comedian.
Right.
And the joke wasn't about his friend. It was about him. I mean, it is about his friend.
Yeah.
But it's, the turn of the joke was about Steve-O. Nah, man. What do you think?
I'm trying to put my personal feelings aside in regards to Mrs. Schumer. Technically, you're right. Yeah, you're right. I'm not even going to try to sugarcoat it. But seeing the pain on his face, it was like, damn.
Yeah, because that joke doesn't, as I feel, good jokes allow you to laugh at pain,
Right.
especially your pain or someone. When the way that the phrase was turned, now it's on him. So there's no place for him to go with his pain. His friend is lost, and now the joke is about him. So there really is no place for him to go. That is a painful joke for him, but he's on a roast.
But the saving grace was, you could hear it in the same clip. Mike Tyson yells out, "Fuck you, Amy." And everybody commented, yeah, that was funny. That's what saved it. Now, I don't know if you know this, but the only requirement that all the people on the dais had for that roast was you couldn't make jokes about Mike Tyson and rape.
That's fair.
Okay.
Yep.
But I was thinking, when he said, "Fuck you, Amy," how crazy would it have been if Amy would have been like, "Mike, I would never let you, but then again."
In that moment, even though you can't make those jokes and that's in the contract, do you think Tyson laughs or do you think he gets mad?
I think he gets mad because I don't think he knows any better. And Tyson is, I believe, while Tyson can be funny, he's one-dimensional in terms of reaction
Yeah.
to something that I think he wouldn't know to find funny. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I don't see him being able to make how you broke down Steve-O as a comedian. And I would say even that, well, that's questionable. You know, I know technically he calls himself that, but if it was in his blood, he would know what you just said. But it's not. He's a guy capitalizing off of a show. And in order to make money and a living, what's he gonna do? Work at Ralph's? It's what he knows.
Right.
And once you get a taste of the cocaine, you become an addict. Mike Tyson, same thing. Mike can be funny, but it ain't in his blood. It ain't true to him.
Yeah.
So he might not know to go, "Come on, Mike, that's funny."
What if he said, "Fuck you, Amy," and she said, "Not unless it's 2:00 in the morning in your hotel room, consensually, I went in there."
Either way,
He still would get mad.
either way. And I think,
I don't think he
I
gets
think,
as
no,
mad.
no, I think he gets madder because that's specific.
Yeah, okay.
The other one, he might not even know what she means.
Do you think he gets as mad today as he would have back then? Because he seems better today.
He does. But I don't ever mistake a lion for a house pet. Mike is a lion, nigga. And I don't care how much you groom him, how much you fucking, you know what I mean, domesticate him. That is a fucking lion. I told you one of my favorite bits, Earthquake, about when the lion fucking turned on Siegfried and Roy and mauled that motherfucker. He goes, you know, them lions was up in the suite in the hotel looking at the nature channel and saw the real lions in the wild and said to the other lion, "Hey, man, we ain't supposed to be in no suite."
But, you know, and to that point, you know, there's lions that were raised in captivity, born in captivity, and raised for this kind of. Mike was born in the wild.
Nigga, Brownsville. Where I remember on the fucking documentary for ABC, Rosie Perez said, you know, if you were a woman, they might throw you in one of them abandoned buildings and rape you. Yeah, nigga.
Yes.
Not meow.
Yeah, so no, yeah, she probably would have had a problem.
Yeah.
But I like that Mike stuck up for Steve-O, of all people.
That was cool. That's why people liked it. But the real comedic boxer in Amy, if she could have, that bullet, that was locked and loaded, nigga.
But that's what people liked about Amy back then, back in the day, back before she became The Schumer.
The parallel thinker.
She would go hard, dude. She'd be as aggressive as anybody on stage.
And I applaud that.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
that's old vintage Amy.
Yeah. All right. Now that pussy is just vintage old. All right, Brian Dixon, Dookie Stories. What's up, y'all? I noticed y'all haven't been talking about the restaurants you go to while traveling to different cities. Maybe the meals have been underwhelming as of late. Secondly, can both of you describe the times you ate something bad and had a bad Dookie reaction to the food? LOL, love the show. Because I know you the Dookie guy. I'll let you go first.
Well, first of all, we really didn't give up on talking about places that we go to. When we go to a place, like when we were in Boston, we did talk about going to the place we got them lobster rolls.
Yes.
The problem is COVID happened, and most places aren't open.
Matter of fact, here in San Jose, when will this come out? This would probably be when we were in San Jose. Yo, the fucking area had a crazy amount of restaurants. It's the Wild West. It's ghost town, nigga. They shut down Johnny Rockets, which was around the corner from the hotel. Nigga, I go crazy for some chili cheese fries with Johnny Rockets.
But there's nothing here. I mean, it's just as COVID's happened, it's limited our choices. Even the clubs that we work don't have the same full menu that they've had before.
No.
So that's the reason you've seen a pause on some of this. Have I ever? I mean, I've had plenty of Dookie stories where something didn't agree with me, but I got a good one actually. I got kind of a good one. But this really isn't going to a restaurant. I was with my kids. This is when my kids were younger. They still give me this business all the time about it. I took this medicine that says could cause loose stool.
Doo-doo. Doo-doo. Doo-doo.
And at the time, that's when they had those chips that were fried in that oil that could cause.
Oh, is that the thing where they talked about what you call it? God damn it. You know what I'm talking about. Started with C.
The oil?
The oil.
Yeah. It's not canola oil. It's some
No. I know what you mean, though. I know exactly what you mean.
And that was when they were trying to do healthier.
Right. They would clean it. They almost outlawed the oil.
Yeah, because it just fucked you up. And so I had some of those chips, and I had taken this medicine that said both. So I doubled down on something that could cause some problems. And I remember I was picking up my kids from school, and then I had to go back to work, and I'm trying to drive my boys, and I'm driving. I'm not thinking about that I just ate these chips because I was just grabbed something quick, and I had taken this medicine. So I'm driving, and I feel like I have I felt like I had like a little fart.
Right. Oh no.
And so I went to let the little fart go.
Oh no.
And the little fart was followed by a big.
Oh no.
Yeah. So I shit myself in the car while I was driving. And my kids will bring this up to this very day because I couldn't go to work. I had to go back home. I had to shower. I had to change. I got in trouble at work. It was quite a moment.
I think I told this before on the PC. I did at that time. It still is. Oh no, because now I think it's 98.7 to beat. But anyway, I did Power 106 back when Big Boy was Big Boy.
Yeah.
And I mean literally Big Boy. And he was the first nigga to introduce me to strawberry Kit Kats. And he would he would often have snacks and food in the spot when you go in there. And I remember one morning I went to go do an interview, and this nigga had Del Taco, and he gave me a shredded beef burrito. Nigga, when I tell you when that interview was over, it was, nigga, the Katrina dams were broken. I was about to flood the city. And I remember I went to the bathroom, and this nigga's in there too. And me and him, I'm in one stall, he's next to me. And nigga, we just letting it go.
Stereo.
I mean, surround sound, THX, nigga. It was, and dude, and I've said this, I hate using public bathrooms because I don't enjoy other people's butt noises. And even when I'm in there, I'm trying to be as silent as I can.
Yeah.
I shit and flush at the same time because I don't want people to hear me. And I mean, dude, I take the toilet paper off the roll real slow. I don't want nobody to know I'm in that motherfucker because it's such a tranquil, by myself moment. And to just know that someone is next to you with their pants down and you're hearing sounds like a jazz quartet. I can't stand it.
Dude, we could get into these stories. I could do a whole podcast on these, but when I was coming out here, I got to go to the flagship lounge in JFK. Because we're here when you're listening to this, we've already been gone, but we're in San Jose. So I'm in I'm flying though to San Francisco because it's a direct flight and it's a shorter drive over here. So I'm flying. I go to that lounge and I had to go to the bathroom. And I walk in the bathroom. Bathroom's pristine, dude. Everything's white in the bathroom. And they clean it all day. Man, this is a nice lounge, man. Everything's clean. Everything's pristine. And I look down and they have these nice doors on the stalls, all wood doors. You don't see anybody's feet.
I've seen those. Yeah.
Yeah, nice. Everything's clean. I went and took a piss and I think I'm in the room by myself. I start pissing. And then I just hear this dude go, oh.
Oh God! Sound like a Japanese man.
Could have been. It could have been, man. So I go over to wash my hands, and now it kind of stops, and I think, oh well, he's better. I'm washing my hands, and then it starts up again. So I get done, and I just go, dude, you want me to let anybody know? Are you send someone in to check on you in a few? Right. And he's just like, oh
Jesus.
And I just walked. But that happened, man.
Dude, I had been wanting to get around and tell this story on stage. I don't even know if it's that funny, but it's just because it was just so honest for me. And I especially don't like using airplane bathrooms.
No.
Unless when you know the planes that have the cubicles where you lay down,
yeah,
now those are huge, very spacious. But the ones that are single file, those are a little bit tighter. I'll take a shit in the ones that are bigger, but in the ones that are tighter, I really don't like having to use it. And I remember this Asian dude went in, and I had to go, and this motherfucker took forever. And I do a count in my head. Anything past 40 seconds is a boo-boo. And dude, when I walked in this motherfucker, I wondered if he even flushed. The fucking toilet looked like a whole cake had been thrown away. Like a whole chocolate cake had been thrown into the toilet. It was chocolate doo-doo everywhere. I was so fucking angry, man, that when I got out the bathroom, in order for me to get back to my seat, I had to see him. I pointed to that nigga like the monkey from Family Guy, the angry monkey. I wanted him to know. I know that was you. And he just, all of a sudden he turned American. My eyes got wide. I ain't say nothing, but I pointed at that nigga like I know that was you. I was so angry. Oh, so angry, nigga.
So
I will say this. It's got to be that graphic and aggressive for me to turn down pussy. Like if Gemma was at my house, was like, yo, can I use your bathroom? And I looked in there and I seen a chocolate cake in that bitch. I might still smash, but bitch, you got to shower right now.
Okay, let me ask you this question because this happened to me in college. Met these girls. We go back to their place. We get into their place and they had a little puppy, right? They had, got a new dog. And so the little dog had shit in the house, a few places. There's a few. So they went and picked up the shit. I went to go use the bathroom. Go into their bathroom and there is a pair. There's me and my friend, and then there's those two girls. I don't know which one belongs to which, but there's a pair of underwear on the floor in that bathroom that were torn, and it had a doo-doo streak in it.
Ooh.
Do you stay or do you leave?
Depends on how dope the girl is. Depends on how dope. Yo, she got to be if she's a dime, nigga, a dime?
Dime ain't leaving doo-doo underwear with holes.
I think that's another myth. You don't think women?
Maybe, but Jesus, man, I think you wouldn't leave him out there for everybody to see him.
Right. That's. I'd be more upset at that. Human shit happens.
I left.
I know you would.
I left.
Yeah, I know you would.
I said to my friend, I go, none of this. I'm sorry, man. Go check out the underwear in the bathroom. I just can't hang out here. Now, he might have had the one that had the doo-doo. I could have had the one that didn't, but I wasn't going to chance it.
I hear you. I hear you. Yeah. Yeah.
Dude, we could do doo-doo stories for
some
days.
of the funniest shit. I'm telling you, this is why I see how people be addicted to social media. There was a picture of Steph Curry during a game in which I guess he fell. And he made the specific face. I mean, it was a weird face. And somebody wrote in the caption, the face you make when you catch some of that backshot wind. Nigga, do you know how funny that is? The backshot wind. Oh, goodness.
Dude, do you think professional athletes, I wish we knew, do you think they ever have to, especially football players, if you get hit hard enough, you think you have to take a shit?
Dude, let me tell you, my biggest nightmare would be in the 80s, Mike Tyson at the peak of his Mike Tysonness. How many dumps should you take before you walk to that ring? Because if he hits you and you ain't boo-boo before that, what? What?
You have to have gone because you can't get punched in the gut.
Right.
So you have to be clean inside when you go. But like you said, like if you get knocked out, like you lose all sense of your body control.
Yeah.
I'm surprised they didn't show like guys. I'm sure someone had to piss their pants getting knocked out.
I'm telling you, as nervous as I get before I get on stage, and nobody's hitting me, let alone Mike. I know your bubble guts had to be serious before you fought Mike.
Yeah, I would worry about that seriously. That is something. I mean, I don't know if there's any boxers that listen to the story, but have you guys ever hit someone or
no?
something?
I think they know. I think they know because we'd have heard about it.
But I would imagine if you got knocked the fuck out, wouldn't you piss?
Not
your
if
pants?
all your shit is.
But piss.
I don't know.
You could always find some more piss. I can piss and then come back 5 minutes later, and if I needed to, I could piss again.
Because you're 70, nigga. Your shit is. You know what I mean? All right, Austin Double A. Yo, Aries, long-time listener of the pod, but I want to make this quick. Got 2 questions for you. Of course, I'm not asking for real numbers, but when I saw Mad TV on HBO Max, I thought about the residuals and if you get paid from that. I'm sure it's not close to what you made when filming, but is it livable? Second question is if you were a rapper and you had one of these producers who tries to rap but can't really, to spit a verse on your song, rank in order. Oh, that's a good one. Who would you pick? Dr. Dre, Diddy, Birdman, JD, or DJ Khaled? I definitely would pick Dre over all of them. Because Dre sounds the most legit. I don't even think Diddy writes his rhymes. And, he put his dick on the table when he wrote that one verse in the one rap song. Don't worry if I write rhymes. I write checks. Birdman is so not my style. That section of the country loses me. Jermaine Dupri might be my second choice after Dre. And all DJ Khaled ever says is, and another one. Who's the best? Or whatever the fuck he says.
He's really good at showing his lifestyle. That's what he's the best at.
And he's a fat motherfucker that don't give a fuck.
But you go to when he shows his sneaker collection, dude.
Yeah. Show you how frustrating Hollywood is. It ain't all glitz and glamour. That's one of the fights that I'm fighting right now. They are not paying us. And we can't get a straight answer. Mad TV on HBO Max, we're supposed to be getting residuals. They're not paying us.
So in your contract that was set up, you guys were always supposed to get residuals.
Yes. And that's not even a contract thing. That's the union.
Okay.
SAG and AFTRA. Repeats, you get paid.
Well, I know that you can also sign a contract that they own it exclusively after they're done, right? They can make those contracts, right?
They can make them, but you don't have to sign them.
Right. So you're supposed
unless of course they godfathering you, and here's an offer you can't refuse. You want a job? You looking to pay your rent and take your career to another? Sign this.
So you don't get residuals. You aren't getting your residuals from HBO Max. They kept your shit off the air, and they didn't release it on DVDs for fucking ever.
Mm-hmm.
So they just kept you guys from earning any money off that forever.
I mean, when Mad TV, once the show was over and it went into syndication, and they showed it at first on, I want to say VH1, and then it moved to Comedy Central, we got residuals. But since then, we never got anything for the DVDs, and we're fighting to get them from HBO Max. Telling you, man, this game is dirty, nigga.
And and to make this understood for anybody who doesn't know how this works, HBO Max, I mean, Mad TV doesn't just give this to HBO so that it can be brought back up in culture.
Right.
HBO paid the producers of Mad TV,
David Salzman and the powers that be,
to have this on.
Yeah.
So they already got their money.
It's a business.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they just didn't want to cut you guys any money out of that.
And I don't even know if that's an HBO thing or is it a Mad TV thing.
Oh man, this is the business.
I'm telling you, man, this shit cold, man. What is this? Gabatron 88. Double daily ass whoopings and the tale of the taco bomb. Growing up, my sis and I would get dropped off at my grandma's every morning, so she would take us to school. Every day we would get a beating from grandma, as that was her way of communicating. Damn. It's abuse.
That's somebody you don't want to talk to that person anymore.
Shit. Good morning, fwat. Occasionally, my mom would try and step in and would reasonably proceed to receive hers. Grandma saw that as just being an extra obstacle, and she never let anything get in the way of her hand and one's head. Grandma would get away with beating everyone, since her favorite method of beating consisted of bouncing your head off things that were at eye level to you. That way, in case anyone outside the family that saw the bumps and bruises would get a quick answer that technically wasn't a lie. He hit his head on the table while running inside, tripped outside, and landed headfirst into the rock wall again. Hadn't thought about it until I started writing this, but that's clever. No, nigga, that's abuse.
It's clever abuse.
It's clever abuse. Anywho, the whole family was so afraid of her that they would watch as she would dunk our heads underwater to make us swim and not lift a finger or dare open their mouths. One thing she would not tolerate was one being disrespectful to her. She couldn't even tolerate good morning.
What's good about this morning?
Right. Well, goddamn it, get your ass in the tub and put your head in the water. She cursed like a pirate and would encourage you to curse at her so she could beat your ass for cursing. Yeah, nigga, this is abuse. Of course, nobody ever did, but I did hear there used to be more than just the 15 aunts and uncles at one point. I wanted to see if you guys would add the worst type of stories to the rotation. Well, if we do, this is the top one. The worst time you had trying to get to a toilet. I stopped at a gas station and one time got one of those rolled tacos they have on the roller all day. I hadn't had one since I worked at one like a decade ago, so I wanted to see if they still made them the same. Just as I thought, oily and mostly tortilla. After that, I went to my aunt's house to check in on her. I wasn't there long because she was on her way out as I got there. When she left, I was still sitting in my car waiting for the AC to kick in, since it was about 110 that day. Once it did, I put the car in gear and immediately stalled. I tried starting it up and nothing would happen. My clutch was messed up and I couldn't push the car out. As the cars in front and back of me were parked too close, I was going to walk 5 miles to my house, wait till my wife got off work so we could try to move it to a shop. I made it 3 city blocks when the taco came back. It was like a baby walking up demanding a bottle. No warning signs, no hunger cues, just an explosion that needed to be taken care of now. Luckily for me, I was in a part of town where it's mostly warehouses and a lot of blind spots. None which I could find. My only other option was to walk to the gas station on the other side of the freeway. All it took to get there was to walk 1 block to the right, go under, and walk back the same distance. I clenched as hard as I could and walked as normal as I could. There was way too many people out that day. 20 minutes later, exhausted, covered in sweat, eyes watering, I was still a half a block away from the corner. I knew I wasn't going to make it any further. As I was about to give up, my wife pulls up. I was on her route, so she just happened to see me before she got on the freeway. She asked what I was doing, but up to that point, I hadn't farted in front of her yet, so I begged her not to ask and just drive. Pardon me for that. I thought I had made it, but at some point I lost my grip and I had been marinating for a bit. I immediately took a seat on the toilet and began to exercise all those demons, spoke tongues, went Super Saiyan, and finally gave birth to the loudest dry fart. I walked straight into the shower, went straight to bed, and knocked out from exhaustion. Well, dude, you at least made it to the toilet.
Yeah, you made it. You were a winner.
Yeah.
Dude, when he said that about crossing the freeway, I still think about...
Oh, by the way, Gabatron, till next time. All right, go ahead.
When we were in San Antonio and we crossed the freeway,
right,
and they had those barriers, those
and I fucked up my shit.
Yeah, you tried to, you got stuck in.
Yeah, barriers never used to be that high.
I just imagine if this was your situation, you'd be on that barrier.
Oh, nigga, do you understand? Between the pain of the bubble guts and the pain that struck my whole lower half, doo-doo would have been, chocolate cake would have been all on the divider.
You wouldn't have made it.
Dude, that is one of my biggest fears. That I shit on myself.
Really?
That I can't get to a bathroom in time. Dude, I've had to pee so bad that I didn't piss myself, but I pissed a little bit. Where I'm in the middle of unbuckling the belt, zipping down the zipper, and as I pull the dick out, piss on the mirror, piss on the, I got to the toilet eventually, but it was a water hose out of control.
Yeah,
a fire truck water hose unmanned. How
does your dick know?
What? That
you hold it the whole time, and as soon as you're unbuttoning the pants.
I'm telling you, it's a mental, I think it's a mental instinct.
Because you know how many times you finally get there, you go to pull it, and as soon as it's coming, it just lets go. Like you can't control it.
Why does your dick get hard in the morning without a warning? It has its own brain, nigga. Your dick is its own monster.
I think it's just getting up before you check out what's going on.
Maybe, but nigga, talk to me. Let's wake up together. You know what I mean?
It's starting its day earlier than Maybe that's why you shouldn't look for fucking ass at night. Maybe your dick is a daytime dick.
No, my dick is at 24 hours. It don't close. It don't close. I don't give a fuck if a bitch drive up at 4 a.m. What you want?
Have you've never turned down ass because it's late at night?
Hell
I mean,
no.
like early in the morning, like late at night.
Hell no, nigga.
Really?
Never.
See, if you're in your bed with your girl, your girl's there, and she gives you the elbow at 3:30 in the morning. You've been asleep since 12, so that's 3.5 hours. You're into sleep. She wants to fuck. You're fucking.
You know what my dick would say to me? You have no say in the matter. Nigga, you just keep quiet. Let me do my thing. You have no say in the matter.
No, I'm not that dude.
Really?
Dude,
you turn down ass, nigga?
I'll never forget this.
Ass is like dessert. There's always room for it.
I woke up. It had to be like maybe 5 in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
Chick is sucking my dick. It felt great. I woke up. She's sucking it. And I'm
it
laying
didn't
there.
Feel stupendous.
Stupendous. Amazing.
Dude, when you
fell back to sleep.
Well, you came though, right?
I don't know.
You fell asleep in the middle of a blowjob?
In the middle.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It was really early.
I don't give a fuck. Nigga, do you know how intense it is to be woken up to sex?
It-
Because all your faculties are still shut down. It's like a drill sergeant in the scene in the movies where the drill sergeant comes into the barracks. Get up, you fucking meatheads, you maggots! And them niggas have to spring out, still sleepy and drowsy, and come to attention. Oh my God, nigga.
Fell
Oh,
back to sleep.
oh, oh, dude.
This was a while ago, too. This is like 20 years ago.
I would love it if my girl could do that one time. Wake me up like that, but scream at my dick. Get up, you maggot, you fuck. Get the fuck up. Oh, dude.
Just leave her a little script.
Yeah, but she don't follow directions. All right, who is this from? Where we have 46 minutes. All right. What's up, fellas? This is my second time writing in, and this is from, who is this from? Oh, this is from a different Sosa. I don't think this is not Sergio. This is a different Sosa.
D. Sosa.
He goes by A. Sosa.
Oh, A. Sosa.
Just wanted to let you, and he said second time writing in. Sosa's written in
Yeah, so
way
this is
more than that.
A. Sosa, not the Sosa.
Right. I still like you, Tony. There's no lying in you. All right. Just want to let you guys know that I started a podcast because of you two. You guys gave me the motivation to start one. It's nowhere near as good or as popular as your podcast, but I hope one day I can get there. My podcast is called Spoiler Reels, where I review movies. I sometimes have guests, but for the most part, it's a solo gig. I don't have much equipment to work with besides a mic and my phone, so the sound quality and production isn't all that great. I'll admit my first few episodes are a bit rough to listen to, since I sound flustered, nervous, and keep saying the word LOL. My question to both of you is, were any of you nervous about starting the podcast, or was it easy to do since you already interact with people as a career? And also, can you give me any tips on how to expand my podcast and make it better? Love the podcast, fellas. Been a fan since day one. Keep up the good work. Peace. You want to take the wheel first?
Well, I think you've already had a great idea for expanding your podcast. You write a letter to a podcast that has more listeners than you, and you tell them all about your podcast. And then now our listeners might become your listeners. That's a great way to do it. You need to get on more podcasts. Go on other people's podcasts. It's a great way to expand your podcast. But what was it? Now I forgot what I was.
Tell them about the equipment.
Oh, the equipment. Yeah, the equipment. You can get inexpensive equipment. You don't have to have your phone can work too. You just gotta. There's other apps that you can buy, but we use a Zoom. Very easy. The sound is good. It's also
Zoom H6.
H6, but if it's just you really doing it, you can get the a Zoom. It's the 4, the 5. The 5 is the newer one. Super easy. Only takes 2 mics, and you can do a nice job with that. Was I nervous? I was nervous to do it with Aries. I wasn't nervous about talking. I didn't know how our dynamic was going to work, and it took us quite a while to figure out how to best work with each other. And I think you're always still trying to work with. You're still trying to figure that out.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know that the evolution ever stops. And yeah, I wasn't nervous in the sense of, like I am with stand-up going on before I go on stage. I was more nervous from the sense of, can we do it justice? And even though I've had so many people in my past go, yo, man, you'd be great for radio. And I guess this is a form of radio. For the same reasons Andy said, can we do it justice? Look, I'm a genius. So I knew we'd be all right. But no, listen, man, my biggest concerns in the beginning was, how do we fill an hour? And it used to really get me to the point where early on when we did it, just before we would do it, if we said, hey, we're going to do it on Sunday at this time, 2 hours, an hour before, I would be like, oh boy, I wonder if we can fill this hour. What if we run out of, what if this topic don't hold? What if that topic don't hold? What if so I was worried about that. But the longer we kept doing it, the more we found our legs and our voices. I hate to even say it's become easy because that's when God goes, well, watch this, motherfuckers. But yeah, we not new to this now. So I know I can be like Magic and throw the no look. You know what I mean? And he gonna be in the right spot to catch it and finish. You know what I mean?
Well, but speaking to like you said about filling the time, you just get better about talking about things in a different way. Like we just used to leave more meat on the bone in the beginning, where it was harder to fit. Like you were worried about the hour because we
Right.
didn't get in depth. Just keep as you keep doing it, just dig deeper into what you're talking about. That's all.
And listen, man, again, I commend you if you're gonna really take the route of solo. Because like I said, Bill Burr, that's one of the motherfuckers I look at go, that's incredible. For you to be able to talk by yourself for an hour, I'd say until you can really find who you are, maybe partner up. Because it's much easier to fill the time when you can bounce shit off of somebody and you can go, oh, okay, he said this. Well, that makes me think this. You know what I mean? It's much easier to play ball with somebody than to be out there by yourself shooting. At least for me, I'd prefer that. Because yeah, it's just easier. So maybe
keep it
partner
up.
up with somebody.
Yeah, but keep it up, man. Once you got it started and you got it out there, man, keep doing it.
That was, Shasha. I can't even have a fucking kid with her, man. Her womb is so polluted.
I like that he said polluted though.
So polluted, man.
He could have said fucked up. He could have said
Polluted,
barren.
nigga.
Polluted was such a.
Yeah. God, what a great actor. All right. I think this will be the last one. I don't know if I like this title, but you tell me. This is from 408 Average Fan, but he calls us the African and the Aryan.
Yeah, well, I think of Aryan's completely different. So,
what else could he mean? Is it a different meaning?
Well, Aryan though, like this the Aryan Brotherhood, which is
that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, I don't. That's why I'm not liking it.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna shit on you or anything, but
right,
you might want to.
What up, the African and the Aryan? Looking forward to seeing your show in San Ho this weekend. Oh shit. Been holding on to these tickets since last April 4th. Now you can tell this motherfucker to his face. You don't like that shit.
He could have went with Anglo-Saxon.
Okay.
Or Anglo even.
Right. Anglo, okay.
And I still wouldn't be cool with like that still doesn't represent me.
Right.
But I would have been okay with that one.
All right. Love your Paul Mooney. As far as I'm concerned, it's the number one contender. Fools trying to run up, gonna get that ass knocked out, walking up on the 22 bus a day later, licking on the window. What is this nigga talking about? I don't understand you, nigga. What are you talking about? Fools are gonna run up and get that ass kicked out, walking up on the 52 bus. Nigga, make it make sense. That nigga is all over the place. You're like a bunch of Mexican children running from Trump, trying to put you in cages. You niggas are everywhere. All right. On another note, can Paul Mooney please explain to white folks white shit? It seems like everyone else knows except for them. Love the PCast. Been here from the ground up. Looking forward to seeing you, fam. The struggle continues. Average Fan. Off air, while in San Ho, if you're looking for a nice cigar to smoke, Mission Pipes got you folks. Ask for Cigar Padrino.
Maybe that's the dude who brought you the cigars.
That probably was. All right. What does he mean by Paul Mooney explain to?
White people?
White shit.
Well, white people, he always explained things to white people.
Okay.
I think that was kind of Paul Mooney's thing, explain to white people in a way that they would freak out and run out of the fucking show.
All of you niggas, you don't want to hear the truth. You don't. All you white people, you don't want to hear the goddamn truth. You niggas run out of my shows like 5 Kenyan Olympic runners. You niggas are gone. Barefoot, tracks on your feet, nigga. All right. That's all I got, man.
I think that's a podcast. Tell everybody where we're at.
Yeah.
Guys, you're listening to this on the 17th. It comes out. So we are in the DC Improv. You still have a chance to get in there. We haven't sold out all the tickets, but it's the 17th of the 20th.
And I guarantee you that those will sell out.
Yeah.
We sometimes even add shows.
So if you can't get tickets anymore, check back and see if they added a show, because they'll usually add it on Sunday or Saturday too. Do the 3 shows on Saturday. So check. The 25th and 26th, we're at the Virginia Funny Bone. 4 shows only. Probably going to sell out because it's only 4 shows. So you want tickets, get those quick. Then the March 3rd through the 6th, excited to say we're at Cap City in Austin. It's a new club for us. Very excited to be there. March 10th through the 13th, we're at Funny Bone in Columbus, Ohio. One of my favorites of the Ohio.
Yes, the Kim Kardashian of the Ohios.
So looking forward to that one. And
If Columbus is Kim, what is Cleveland? Chloe? Before the surgeries.
Probably one of the dudes.
Oh, Rob Kardashian. At one point, he was on some slim, trim, sexy shit.
And then
now he.
So on the 17th of the 20th, I don't even want to think about it because it's just in my head wrong. The 17th of the 20th, Aries is going to be at the Arlington, Texas Improv. The 17th to the 20th. Don't know who he's going with, but he's going to be there. I'm going to be in New York. I'm going to be in New York with my kids on St. Paddys Day, watching my kids that watch all these crazy people in New York. Partying on a lot of Irish out there. So
I usually don't even like coming to Manhattan, kid, but it's fucking the Paddys Day. I think I'm gonna get drunk and fucking Boston down by the harbor or fucking somewhere in South or the North End. Start at like 6 o'clock in the fucking morning, and then probably finish up around 2 p.m. in the afternoon. Then from there, drive all the way to fucking Manhattan and get drunk from 2 o'clock in the afternoon to 2 o'clock in the morning the next fucking day. I'm going to be fucking blasted. All the drinks I'm going to have, I'm going to be fucking to die for.
I don't think Tara's family doesn't participate. They're all Irish, man.
Nah, they're not fucking Irish. They're fucking something else. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with them. What are they, fucking crazy? It's a chance to drink, kid. The fuck are they doing?
Then on the 24th, March 24th to the 26th, we're going to...
I remember one time I got so fucking drunk. I shoved a puffer fish up my ass, up my rectum. And it got, when they get aggressive, they puff up. Oh my God, the fucking stings on the inside of my ass. Felt like my cheeks was eating jellyfish. But the fucking doctor told me, he said, what are you, fucking crazy, Bobby? These fucking jellyfish, you could have been fucking dead. They're not to die for. Go ahead.
March 24th to the 26th, we're going to be in Liberty Township in Cincinnati.
There's no niggas around during fucking St. Paddy's Day. They just don't fucking, we mostly drink everything. They just like to drink the fucking beer. I'm sorry.
It's funny, but black folks aren't in the Cincinnati Liberty Township area either when we're in Cincinnati.
Yeah, well, the niggas, they got to stay where they stay. If it ain't a jungle, they don't feel comfortable.
Last time I was there, I actually said, man, I go, where were you guys at? Because I didn't see you all day long.
They fucking bust them in from Detroit.
But here, for the Cincinnati people on that date, the 24th to the 26th, we're coming out, Cincinnati. Let me ask you, are you going to be Super Bowl champion Cincinnati? Or are we going to be at the runner-up Cincinnati?
I'm not even fucking watching it. Tom Brady's not even the fucking thing. If the fucking god of football is not playing, what's the fucking point, kid? I'm going to be in fucking mourning.
Were you sad that he retired there?
Yeah, well, he hasn't officially retired, but when he does, I'm gonna be.
No,
fucking...
he said it. He said on.
So he said he's done.
Yeah, he's done. He's gonna spend it with his kids.
Yeah, fucking life ain't worth living no more. I'll probably jump over the fucking bridge and choke on a bunch of water and die. Did you know that niggas in Detroit open their beer cans with their fucking pinky nails? They just put it under the fucking metal piece and.
After that, last but not least, we're going to be at Off the Hook in Naples, Florida. And then we start on the 31st of March, and it ends up going until April 1st. So we'll be there for the 1st, April 1st, April Fool's Day. The 1st, the 2nd, and the 3rd will be at Off the Hook Comedy Club. Great restaurant.
Do you know what niggas say when you ask them, how was the pussy kid? You know what they say? Off the fucking hook. That's one of the sayings.
I don't know why that one's so funny to me, but out of all of them, that was the funniest.
Okay. I was going to keep going until I got you.
That was, I would love the moment where I saw a black dude go to me, this shit's off the hook.
Fuck,
dude."
that pussy's off the hook. You got to fuck a doggy style. That booty is off the hook. My dick is shaped like one. So when I'm fucking her from the back, I got to run the hook. My cock is to die for.
It's good Bobby came out.
Yeah. Steve, just a quick note. I don't know if this one is going to work. So I'm going to intro 2 music guests and send you 2 music guests and use whichever one works. So here's the first one. All right, coming up. This is Yay K. Instagram, NTMYAHKAY. All music platforms, Yay K. YAK. YouTube, Yay K Payne. YAKPAIN.
It's not yak, it's yay AK.
Well, there's a space in front of yay and K. That's why I'm going yay K.
I believe you. I'm just asking.
Oh yeah, I
was just asking.
Yeah. First song, place, the one you're gonna hear is called Yay K and Chevy Quiz. Who got it? Coming up. Lesso Productions, song for pod. Instagram at L.E.S.S.O. YouTube, Lesso Productions, LESSO, then Productions. New project dropping March 26th called Coffee and Exotics. No features. I believe this one is called Always a Student. Enjoy.
Thanks for listening to the Spears and Steinberg podcast. If you'd like to know who's responsible for this shit, it was hosted by Ari Spears and Andy Steinberg, produced by Steve Merrick and Anthony Holmes, executive producer, Big Papa, Robert Kelly, and Matt Klein-Schmidt for the Laugh Button podcast. For more information on where to find us, visit SpearsburgPod.com.